Hope everybody's having a great night. I've been left by myself again. And it's getting
asking for your help once again.
Sammy,
it's just nice to have y'all here. I was out here fighting for my life last week.
I'm sorry, I was in a hospital bed at this point.
Too bad is all I'm saying. Like maybe schedule that at a different time.
Yeah, we had actually Kayla went out of town, and then I come back sick, finally getting over that junk. So fun. Here we are.
Is Dawson over here saying he's a window licker?
Well, Gary had asked, I seen right when we got on that he had said something considering a dash for cash or 2 practice runs. But it's just the problem is that you don't have the time at that race. And I do feel for him because we haven't been testing at all, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you lived in the great state of West Virginia right now, you could look out the window and see 3-4 inches of snow on the ground. So
crazy.
I'm glad you're here. We need to have Dawson on one night.
Yeah.
Definitely need to have him on one night.
Than anybody. He probably talk more smack than Sammy.
Well,
put Dawson and Sammy together on one episode and let's see what happens.
I don't know.
Let's see, Michael's in here too. Michael,
he just got back from
the 27 Days of Duck.
Yes.
Which, hey, man, hell of a field down there for 5:30. I ain't gonna knock that. 100 and some odd cars.
What's up, Dennis?
Get them tacos ready, boys. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
That's crazy. I mean, that's just plumb crazy.
So,
and I didn't get to tune into much of it this week, but it sounded like, you know, they had some conditions that weren't favorable and everybody was understanding, and I thought that was good news.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. The pictures I saw after the rain and stuff down there, dude, I felt sorry for everybody that was camping in the field and all that. That was
poor down there. Yeah, it was bad.
You know what they say? You get what you get.
You got what you got.
But, you know, anything going on, Corey, besides, you know, trying to.
I didn't die. We're back alive.
As much trouble as you have, I assume you're just going to live to be about 100, honestly. You're just.
No, for anybody that didn't know, this time last week, I started out in a terrible waiting room and then found my way back to a hospital bed. And I was like, I should probably just check in on Seth. And then I was like, nah, he's got it. He's got this.
Yeah, Alex, I just really wasn't prepared to talk by myself. And then Sammy came on, which was great because, you know, Sammy doesn't stop talking. So
I will say to everybody that was waiting for last week's episode on Spotify and just saw it pop up today, my bad. I completely forgot.
One of the best producers in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
But
what you get?
But y'all get everybody on the online world will get to watch racing this weekend. So.
Yes. Yes, we will be live with the Footbrake race.
Yes.
So that'll be awesome.
Got some new stuff to try out. Did all the updates today on all the gear, and they've changed up a bunch of things. So this is going to be definitely a little bit of a learning this weekend on that.
Today, just kind of rambling here for a minute. Today, me and Dad were talking about like just different ideas and stuff and how races need to move faster and just the world we live in. And me and Corey have talked about this a million times. I know me and Zach have talked about it 2 million times and so on and so forth. But how do you think the bracket world would respond to like an off the trailer race with like 1 round of buybacks for good money? Like if you done an entry fee and added money on top of it, just like Little Gangsters, except it's bracket racing. It'd be something you could do fast in the summertime, good money. That's what I'm thinking is like have a race that you could start at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and you're done well before midnight because it's straight into eliminations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to hear the racers' thoughts on that because like I think there needs to be some things like that to do during the summer.
Well, it's kind of like I was talking to you earlier. You know, I'm seeing a lot of sports looking into more short form. Like,
yes,
I'll straight up tell everybody I've been on this kick now since I didn't have nothing else to do for a week except sit at home and rest up. I got big into watching power slap and slap fight again, which is if you've watched it's like MMA, but it's just a slap, and it goes quick. I mean, it's literally smack, minute break, smack, minute break. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how can you transform that into drag racing? How can you go for short form, which honestly, Little Gangsters is kind of the short form of it. But if you think of a certain class, but it just made me start thinking on stuff like,
yeah,
if that's now like MMA used to be big, now this is growing and it's growing huge, and it's for the shorter mindsets and span of attention. Just how do you? I don't know. I gotta learn to stop. Me and you said this a hundred times. Like I've said, I gotta stop always thinking like a promoter sometimes.
Yeah.
Craig Cook got me on that one too. One day when me and him was talking, he's like, "Quit thinking like a promoter for 5 minutes and just enjoy it."
Man, but you kind of have to. You know, it's what keeps everything moving, right? Like you're not trying to innovate what the fans want and what
we're
the
not
racers.
reinventing the wheel. We're just trying to figure out how to make it just a little bit better.
Well, I mean, it's not a surprise to anyone that people's attention spans are shorter. I would find it hard to believe that anybody in today's world could look me dead in the face and be like, "Oh no, yeah, I love the long form content." You know, like you don't. You're used to having everything right here, right now. I mean, I can't watch most YouTube videos on normal speed anymore.
Yeah.
You know, especially informational. Now, like entertainment, of course, I watch it for what it is. But the fact is, I like those things to be within a certain amount of time. I don't want an 8-hour program.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but that was something. We got a couple people saying it would be fun. Franklin, Gary, let's do it. Buybacks are reasonable. Yeah, I don't think buybacks would be that high. It would be like a pay-to-play test type thing. Dude.
Which I do have Lucas Oil late models on right now, so. But also, just so y'all know, everybody's bracket racing this weekend. You don't have to dodge any RC guys on top end. We did cancel that race, so.
Oh yeah. I agree, man. You're stuck with this.
Oh man, but like I said, we can kind of go in. We can talk some more, but let's let some people like that marinate in their minds and see. But we can hit on a few things while it's marinating, see, get some opinions on it. But as you said, we do have the Footbrake race this weekend. I'll pull the flyer up.
Yeah, Gary, I would give cooling breaks just like a normal race, just with no time runs. Honestly, what's really got me thinking is that do more races need to move into a 2-day event, which we already kind of do, but you take Little Gangsters, for instance, in their format, it's obviously pulled people. Whether that is aspect of not having time slips or the fact that it runs so fast, it's also fans seem to like it. But I've lost Gary's comment. But yeah, I mean, do you do like nobody wants to, you started racing to let go of the button, period. Like the reason you started was to go down the track in your car. So when you have these elimination only events, it kind of kills that. Like we had a guy come to, was it Cash Days, Corey, or was it King of the South last year? The guy rolls in late, parks in the back of the staging lane for little gangsters, rolls into the lanes and goes in the first round. And it's like, you're done for the weekend. You're done.
Yeah.
And so I've got to figure out how do we separate these shows where they're digestible for fans, but still good for the racer.
See, Franklin says, as long as the entry is affordable and buybacks are affordable, it should go good.
Yeah, and the little race that I'm talking about, that would be a one-day program. And I'm just thinking in the summer when it's too hot to really do anything, you could say, all right, boys, we're starting at 8 o'clock. Don't come out of your trailers. Don't even get here till 7:30. At that time, most of you are teched in, and we go racing. Maybe one round of buyback, so it's kind of like a pay-to-play test. You could do 100% entry. Say you make it $100, $50, whatever. That goes to the pot. Put $1,000 on top. Track retains buybacks and gate entry.
We might be able to try it this summer.
Yeah.
Really.
You know what that one might be a good one for, Zach, is the Bottle Wars Friday night.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to talk to you about that tomorrow, but that's a very good one. That's what I was thinking. But I don't know, though. The only thing with that Friday night, we could do one small, just one class, pro stock. See,
I think your RC races, if you could short form them a little bit, you could run them after races. Sure,
it's easy to short form an RC race. Just let Zach drive your car.
Well, you cut out. Well, I tell you what. First of all, you cut out y'all's 10 rounds of testing. I can save you hours.
Hey! I'm a radial boy like that when it comes to RC racing. Leave me alone.
Yeah. The RC is different. We're there because we want to play with our toy cars and hang out with our toy car friends. So.
Well, like I said, I kind of want to get that out there. And that's another thing I like about this deal we're doing here is we can kind of spit some stuff that we think like, man, I like this, but what's the feedback on it? Or, man, I don't know how I feel about this. What's the feedback on it? So it's already been interesting to see that 3 or 4 of our regulars are like, oh, man, it sounds fun. It's something to do. Anyway.
Before we get
to
to
Nationals coming this summer, guys.
Somebody asked about renting the track. Just hit up me or Seth. You can call us or message us on our personal or through the Shadyside Facebook page about renting.
If you hit me up, it's going to cost you double.
Yeah, it'll cost $2 and $7. So, just hit one up and tell us kind of what you're looking at. So. But yeah, for this weekend, the weather's looking great for the Footbrake race. So that'll be good. Do we freeze up?
Yeah, we're still good. You froze up for a second.
Your camera's froze, like all my stuff's froze. No, you're good now. You're moving now. Okay.
It should be. Now we're good.
Dude, it's snowing.
Like winter won't stop.
I done pull my phone out and check my Wi-Fi.
Winter will not stop here.
Dude, it was so nice last week, and then it snapped cold again, and it has been windy and cold. Yeah. And I'm like,
dude, it was 60s and 70s, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, let me give you here's some more snow, and it knows because I'm leaving to go south this weekend. But I got the flyer pulled up, Seth. If you want to go over anything again, there's no real changes or anything. Same schedule, same everything as it would have been last weekend. So,
yeah, no, everything's the same. After we called it and that weather was flip-flopping, Saturday we ended up with rain in the morning. So Saturday wasn't a great day, but the temperature was fine. And then Sunday was miserably cold and windy. So I think we've made the right call here. I always hate doing that, though. Like that having to move a race never seems to do as well. So y'all help us get the word out that race is moved to this weekend, please. And hopefully we'll have a good crowd. Nothing really to go over, guys. It's 3,000 win guaranteed. You kind of know the drill there. $20 at the gate. Straight up, we'll do one round of test or time trial, and then here comes Willie. My bad. He distracted me. One round of time trials, and then we are aiming to do first and second buybacks. That's how that race really produces money, is the buybacks, because usually we have around 100 cars. So, you get 40 or 50 buybacks. That's really what kind of puts that race into the money-making category. So we aim for that, but we're not scared to cut it down to 1 if the weather's bad. So just look out for that. But that is first and.
Like I said, guys, I'm actually going to make the trip down there this weekend. We're going to be testing some live feed stuff. During the time runs, it'll be all picture-in-picture, but once we actually get into eliminations, I'll go to the angle switching and all that for it. So,
while you guys weren't here, I went over this last week, but I'm sure you guys want to hear it. I'm sure they won't mind again. And I'm going to try to do a better job. We need to go through cash days and find all the winners as well. But the past winners of this race, I went through and found them. And do you guys think that there was a double? Somebody's won this event twice, ever?
I can't remember because I think I got started late into the deal. Like I was the third or fourth one when I started in with y'all on this, like coming down to it and doing lives and all that. So
I don't think there has been.
Well, I didn't think there had been either. But when I read this, you'll know who it was, and you'll say, of course it was. Anybody, you got a guess?
It's not Todd. I'm going to be pissed.
Chatty Daddy. But in 2018, we started this event. This was actually Grant Paul's idea. It was right in the middle of starting to build our bracket program back up. And he come to me with this in the winter, and I was like, well, I don't know about that. And ended up being a good one, man. But in 2018, we only got 1 day in, and that winner was Tyler Ruff. The inaugural winner of the Footbrake Showdown was Tyler Ruff. Move into 2019, we only got 1 day in. That winner was Brandon White. 2020 also only got 1 day in. Rodney Fincham takes that win.
I remember that one.
The first 3 years of that event, we only got 1 day in. Is that not crazy?
That's Hot Rod Fincham, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
2021 Saturday, Robert Hamrick takes the win, and Ralph Deloche takes the win on Sunday. 2022 Phil Combs takes the win on Saturday, and on Sunday Jacob Ritchie takes the win. 2023 Chad Dotson takes the win on Saturday. Aaron Brock takes the win on Sunday. 2024 Chad Dotson takes the win on Sunday, and Levi Boozer takes it on Saturday. And then in 2025, Daryl Powell takes the win on Sunday, and Matt Ward on Saturday.
Mm.
So only one repeat winner at that event, and it was Chatty Daddy.
Mm.
Doesn't surprise me.
And really back-to-back years. Like,
yeah.
Dude's good.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But all the people are killers, man.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, I'll have the announcer and all that good stuff like we've been doing tied into the feed because y'all don't want to hear me talking. So
I wonder if Trevor is going to be racing with us at all on that race.
I'll message him.
Let me see if he might want to come announce that race. But yeah, man, that's the history of the winners there. That's a pretty big event. Like I said, we usually have around 100 cars, give or take, depending on weather. I think the most we've ever had was like 130. The lowest I've ever seen was like maybe 80. So always a good field, no matter the weather.
So, and right now, I think I was looking at the weather. It's looking pretty good for this weekend too. Like it's gonna be warm too.
Yeah, yeah.
60 on Saturday, and I think 70 and sunny on Sunday. Finally.
I mean, that's way better than the 18 degrees it is here right now.
Dude, I think it's supposed to be 24 here tonight. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, so right now Saturday, high 65, low 39. Sunday, high 73, low 43, and less than 10% chance on both days, and sunny and sunny. So
I've had a lot of people asking if they could come down and test at that event, and the answer is no testing whatsoever. It's nothing personal. It's just like I told Gary about the just the time frame. This time of year, it gets dark early. We need to get it in and get it done, because even though the weather's looking warm, when it gets dark, it can get cold fast. So.
But your first Thursday testing tunes next week, ain't it? First of March.
Yeah.
It's March.
March 12th will be my first.
March 12th. Okay, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, so. Or if you think you can bracket race and test at the same time and run that same number, it is free entry. You might luck up and win.
Yeah, and I've told people that. Like, I had a guy asking about testing a rear engine dragster, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. If you've got a car that you're not comfortable bracket racing, I mean, you could come in, pass, put a dial in on it, make your first pass, and then buy back and even get a third pass. But I can't just have you testing,
Just give it a little bit of time, guys. We're almost at testing tunes. We're almost there, which will be next Sunday. We'll be back, and then you'll be back on Thursdays after all this. So, which we've got some testing information to give out here in a little bit, because we got all kinds of new information this week for you guys. So, is that pretty much everything for the break race you want to cover?
Yeah,
or
forward.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up. So. I've got a lot of new stuff in here. And there we go. So, just moving forward to cash days. I haven't got to talk to it. We had some new companies come on board for cash days to join Thornburg Machine, Brutal Speed and Tuning, and Pro Tree Motorsports. Sammy and Cornbread from SC Raceworks signed on to be our small tire sponsor for both cash days this year, guys. So, big shout out to those guys, SC Raceworks. Known Sammy and Cornbread for a long time. Make sure you guys are supporting them. And we've got a brand new supporting sponsor with our homies at 10 Soldier Race Cars. So, Jason Terrell loves the event, says, hey, I want to make sure we can support it one way or another. They're backed up in Kentucky. They're still trying to get cars done and all that. They're sneaking off this week and running True 10-5. But he said, man, we want to show some support for the guys out there. So appreciate those guys coming on board. And I've had a lot of people talking and asking about small tire and stuff. So, dude, Cash Days is going to be a good one this year, guys.
Yeah, it's always fun to kick off with that race too.
And I'm throwing some ideas around too. We might drop here. I got to talk a little bit more Seth on them, but I'm throwing some ideas around, guys. So to make Cash Days even more like, I got to be there to make sure I'm racing in that.
See,
especially for smaller classes.
Cash Days really runs. I like racing. I think racing might move into is where you've got Friday, maybe you have a shootout or something, a class. You do a bunch of testing. That way people get their thrills and get to tune in a little bit. But then Saturday we wake up, we go off the trailer, and we get it done, and you're able to go do whatever you want to do, whether it's the evening or the morning racing, whatever. But it makes it really good for fans to get in and out. You leave with a winner, I really like this format.
No, Trevor is a no-go for this weekend. So.
Well,
guys, you might have to hear me on the microphone this weekend. So. Stevie Croon, Cash Days is our no prep race, which you can take that as you want with Shadyside No Prep. I know everybody has their own idea, saying half the time it's better than most people's prep. So it is considered still no prep, but I think the slicks will be really good on it.
Damn.
Still this big block. Look, Sammy. I these dang big blocks. I'm telling you, get the small block life is where it's at.
Yeah.
But no, everything else is still the same, guys, with schedule, times, everything like that. Just want to give a good shout out to some more sponsors coming on board and supporting the small grassroots races like Cash Days, guys. So, and every sponsor you see on those flyers is locked in for both races. So, get out there, support those that support you. I always push that. So, once again, like I said, thanks again, Thornburg Machine, 10 Soldier Race Cars, SC Raceworks, Brutal Speed and Tuning, and Pro Tree Motorsports all for always hitting us up and supporting small races at small racetracks, keeping it big, guys.
Sammy, we sold it.
Is this going to be one of them times? Look, Sammy. We just got the vein in the middle of Seth's forehead to calm down.
No, yeah, we sold that. Oh, we could get Britt to do it.
Yeah.
Think about Britt doing it.
Yeah.
No problem, Stevie. No problem. But so let me pull up. So we do have a lot of new information about Carolina Gold for everybody. So
yes,
let me see.
Very much looking forward to Carolina Gold. 5 classes. Another race that I'm excited about for the way it's structured. Friday, it's easy. It's simple. You got the free race for pro and super pro or mod and top, whatever the hell iTrace calling it this year. And you got testing, paid testing. And that's it. Friday night is a really laid back, cool night. And then we go into racing hard on Saturday.
One thing I will say, I'll pull the schedule up here in a second and gonna reiterate it for the heads up guys that are looking to come around 275-28, Little Gangsters or Street Racer. Depending on the car count, it might just be one shakedown on Friday. So, Little Gangster guys, you know what the program normally is. So, you might get a shakedown, one shakedown, that's it. If there's a ton of cars, we're going to have to still get our program in on Friday. So, no time 275-28, guys. You guys will still get 2 shakedowns on Saturday. But Street Racer and Little Gangster guys, just depending on the car count, it might just be one on Friday, and then you're going off the trailer Saturday into eliminations. And I really hope there's at least 65 of you Little Gangster guys there on Friday night so I can look at Seth and say, I told you so.
Yeah, I don't doubt it now. I guess.
So, but Seth, if you want to, you can go over the payouts for your bracket classes too, because I know there was a couple people asking about it on the post that we made earlier.
These are the bracket payouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's you can go over. You've got this. You've got this.
So these are new payouts for bracket, and I'll explain them pretty quick. Super Pro had a really good showing last year. Not to say the other classes didn't, but Super Pro carried its weight and then some last year. Yeah. And I know some of the Super Pro guys like to race for a little more money at a higher entry fee, so we done that. For pro, I've seen a little bit of a fall off. We still have great car counts and stuff. But when we brought Sportsman, I think it really divided up some of those guys. I love Sportsman. I intend to keep Sportsman racing at Shadyside, but it did take away from pro. So I got pro down. I think a lot of those guys seem to like a little less of an entry fee and a fair payout. So here's what we've got now. That is why you see the difference in pay this year. I don't have everything for Sportsman and all that, but you guys will have a points race that Sunday after this race.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you're doing – I don't have that flyer yet to put up, guys. I'm waiting on Seth to get that one done. He's slacking. It's not Zach's fault. We're blaming Seth tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Franklin. I think that's a good payout for – the entry fee for a $60 car and driver. That gets that down a little bit from the 75. And then we raised pro up to 80 instead of 75, and it got some more money in there. So hopefully people like that. But that will be your payout for every race we have you guys at. So when you see pro and super pro, that's what you're going to be racing for. Coy, I haven't gotten to work on that index class just yet. Todd sent me some names a couple weeks ago, and I've got to get through them. Are you interested in running that 16 car deal? Just let me know, or text me, or let me know. Man, Rodney, I'm a big fan of Sportsman. I think it's a great class for exactly like that. I think it's, some of the older guys that maybe got out of racing, it makes it a little less strenuous. I also think it's a great race for people to get into it with that 740 cap, no electronics, very low entry fee. I love it. I think sports. All right, Coy, I'll get you some more info as soon as I get working on that.
All right. Let me see. I'm getting more. So this kind of gives everybody a look at the schedule for that race also, which it's going to look small on here. My bad, guys. But
best
just so you
in the game.
It looks big. It looks better on Facebook than it does on here. Or it could look good if you're watching it on a TV instead of a phone.
That's true.
No,
but we do actually have a test session. I'll bring the test flyer up too on Thursday, which I didn't include in this. We'll go over that here in a second. But Friday, normal run order on Friday. Gates open all day for racers, 3 p.m. for spectators. John will have tech in lane 6. He'll start that around 12 because we do have a test session on Friday from 12 to 5. That will be radio prep. Zach will make that track so damn sticky, will not be able to walk across it. If Brandon Quinn had some of Zach's glue in front of his gate, people wouldn't hit it. I'll put it that way. So it's just because I see Brandon comment.
Get on the post. They can't get out.
But like I said, you guys, we will have Pro and Super Pro. We've got y'all slated for time run around 6:30 that day. No time shakedowns. Like I said, 7:30 and 8:30 is what's slated. If it is a massive car count, it might just go down to 1 on Friday. So we got to get the 1 program done. And then Saturday is your normal Saturday schedule. Gates open at 10 for everyone. Tech will be open at 10 a.m. John will be down there. I heard he's handing out coffee and donuts to all the racers. That's what I heard. John's going to kill me, but okay. So, Pro and Super Pro time run 1 and go at 12 o'clock. Little Gangsters and Street Racer. We will be doing your chip draw at 12:30 that day. Don't know the exact location. It'll be at the tower at John's trailer. No time 275. You'll get 2 shakedowns. This is daylight shakedowns at 1:30 and 3 o'clock. Little Gangsters, you are going off the trailer at 1:45 that day. Street Racer 2:15. Like I said, run order is going to be pretty simple, guys. Super Pro, no time 275. Little Gangsters, Street Racer 6:30. And we are going to do our best to get everything completed unless there's about 200 Little Gangsters there, which at that point we'll be parking them at McDonald's and possibly El Oc. And if any of our racers are pitted at El Oc, me and Zach will send an order back with y'all. So, so pretty simple. I always schedule subject to change. Things can happen. We got to move stuff around and roll, but pretty simple as always. We'll move that down and image file. I might have screwed up, and there we go. No. So pre-event testing. So we will have pre-Carolina Gold testing for y'all both on Thursday and Friday, 12 to 5. It will be a radio prep style test session. It's $200 a day, or if you want to go ahead and purchase both days on Thursday, it's $300. So right now it's 8-car minimum, guys, to make the test session go. I feel with everybody needing to get their car dialed into 530, 8 cars is not going to be hard to fill. So honestly, like, this is one of the biggest. It sounds as crazy it is, but if you're out there with a no prep style car, anything that can run that 530 range, dude, there's $5,000 on top of the entry fees that weekend. This is something you want to get your shit tested for and get ready. So
that's a lot on top, really. Like, and then what's the entry fee for Little Gangsters?
$300.
Yeah, that's gonna get crazy.
I mean, I'm just gonna a crazy estimate. We'll just go off of Duck's numbers. 120 cars this weekend times 300 plus 5,000. We'll say we got that same 120. That's a $41,000 pop.
That's high.
That's insane.
So I don't know if there's a race that weekend anywhere that's got that much money on top. So especially for a 530 index.
If I knew I could pull that many Little Gangsters, like King of the South, you could about turn King of the South into King of the South and Little Gangsters.
King of the Gangsters.
You just run out of parking.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But if you do want in on that is Seth's phone number at the bottom. You can call and tell him you want to reserve your spot. You can talk to him about the weather. You can put him on your group chats, anything. That's his number right there. Or you can hit him up on Facebook and reserve your spot. So.
You wouldn't hit me up on Facebook. I don't check Facebook enough. I will miss you.
Don't hit up Seth's Facebook. Hit up the Shadyside Dragway Facebook.
Yeah, that you do stand a better chance there. Corey's probably got something.
No, I don't have no cars for that. I don't know anybody. I know of a car. I'm trying to get him to get it together so he can race. So, but that, and like I said, it will be radio prep. There is a ton of cars. I think, what was it? Me and Seth got talking about this. It will be both lanes used if there is a lot. March 26th also, that's Thursday night. So after 5 o'clock, there's about an hour of downtime, and then 6 o'clock starts normal testing tune, which you can also stay and test with too, which is, I think it's $15 extra.
Yeah, I wasn't going to hit those guys for $15 if they were there testing that day, though.
I'm hitting them for $15. I need tacos. So if I come around and get $15 from you, just know you're paying for me some tacos. For me and Zach are eating lunch good the next day. We're not gonna hit you for $15, guys, but me and Zach do take donations for lunch fund. See, this is a prime example of what I always tell people: don't message Seth on Facebook for anything.
I don't check it much. I know that's probably not good for my line of employment, but I really
that's a really good topic, Floyd.
Can't afford it.
Yeah, you get what you get.
That's it right there.
Oh gosh, but yeah, Carolina Gold, guys, I'm telling you, we'll have John on here in a couple weeks to talk about it, give us some more information on everything, but it's always a good event. It's the OG, if you remember the Carolina Nitrous Nationals, same event, just kind of rolled into this style now, being of Carolina Gold. It's always a good time. Great way to start off radio prep stuff throughout the season. One of the constant good radio races we have.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
So, like I said, if you're looking at tests,
March 14th and 15th, that is the first actual points race for my points classes, which is pro, super pro, sportsman, TCR, and juniors. Those are my points classes for the year.
Dang it. I was looking. I don't have nothing. Never mind. Sorry.
I guess, honestly, do y'all have anything else you want to go over before we move on to some King of the South?
There's a good user question right there.
That's a good idea.
And Anna was literally saying, she's like, I hope you know we're putting that on a shirt. And I'm like, I don't care. But listen, when it comes to sizes, you get what you get. Listen, Trevor, stop it. Okay? Stop it.
So, y'all want to drop 10 more names real quick?
Yeah.
Hopefully I've got that image file. I'm not doing too good with this stuff tonight looking through it. Here we go. So,
did you get Tom his application filled out? Is he going to be working for us this year?
Who?
Tom. Old Tom.
No,
I thought he was coming this year.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So, I left this in Seth's hands last weekend to talk about the racers and stuff. I don't know how good of a job he did. I haven't even listened or watched. So we're going. This is 31 through 40. So, and we've got a mix of cars in this, from nitrous to boosted and all that. So, kicking off, probably one of the coolest nitrous cars out right now that still uses bullhorns and everything. Yes. Taylor Strange, nitrous Beretta.
Great looking car.
Yeah.
Put on a show at U.S. Street Nationals. You're hired.
I like Tom. Taylor, like I said, I hate to say it like this, but there's only a few nitrous cars really left in the 28-inch tire game right now. And
yeah,
car's fast. It's nasty. He gave U.S. Street, he gave Larry Larson a run for money in the pedal job race. So,
yeah,
I mean, it was crazy. So, y'all are going to see some bullhorns lighting up the sky at Shadyside. The next one, Todd Spears.
Yeah.
Todd has a very love-hate relationship with Shadyside.
Dude.
Every time this man comes, he is one of the baddest on the property, and he's had parts failure every time that's taken him out. And I told him, I said, man, you never know. This is fourth time that you've been to Shadyside. It's the charm right here. It's usually third, but we're going for fourth with Todd. So, literally just got the car redone. He had an incident last fall, and they just got the car back to looking 100%. He's been doing a lot of testing. He's got some new turbos on the car. Car is looking gangster as can be. So look forward to seeing Todd. I think I'm not for sure. He might be running World Series of Pro Mod this weekend. So if any of y'all's got Flow Racing, y'all can check him out. Like I said, they've done a lot of work on that car getting it ready.
Yeah, I hope to see him do well. Finally, like I said, he definitely. If we could show you guys the times and you looked at it, you'd go, "Oh man, Todd Spears he's one of the dudes, huh?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, I mean, he's got a chance to win this thing." And then it's something stupid every time.
Just because I seen it pop up, Wuhan Express 85. I watched it from the start to beginning. That was a crazy race and pretty awesome. So I'm going to try to make it out to one of those one time. But going down, Trevor Jordan. This will be his second time back at Shadyside. The man had one of the toughest draws first round last year, as you couldn't tell who was who at first when they came out of the water box, because him and Ryan Martin both have identical Camaros at this point.
Yeah.
So we're just in the tower like, wait a minute, I got to look at the lanes. But he had a tough draw, took Ryan Martin to the stripe. Another one of those gangster blower Hemi-powered vehicles. I mean, it's loud. It blows hats everywhere. It's the one that, if you watch 1320's video, it sent Fred's hat somewhere into space, and it still hasn't came back down yet.
Yeah.
So it's one of the beauties of Zoomies, I will say that. Andy Willoughby making the trip again back out from Texas. Andy was also one of those first round, had a hell of a draw going down the track, and Andy's intake exploded at about 500 foot. The intake manifold exploded, and wow.
It wasn't even that far out. I was at the 330 and I had to duck for shrapnel. So but
Andy's been running real good. He's been down at the Winter Series doing some racing with those guys. Really looking to see them come back, as he's got a pretty gangster car. One that's a local name, and probably not one you would have thought would be on 28s, but they're running 28s now too this year. Zach Hauser. And if you don't know that name, you will definitely know Teddy Hauser race cars. Zach and Teddy always doing some work. They're big racers in the Big Dog Pro Mod stuff. But Zach's car is one of those stock body style top sportsman cars. Looks like a car. They got a lot of new changes, and that thing's on a small tire now. So I'm looking for big things out of Zach, honestly, for this race. I think he's underdog.
During the Pro Mod stuff, Teddy's very local, so we've got to see him down there. He's worked with a bunch of people that perform well in the small tire world. I mean, Teddy is definitely a renowned chassis builder.
Yes.
Those guys, he's a cool guy too. He's always fun to talk to.
So I'm looking forward. They sent me some spy pictures of the car on small tires. It looks awesome. So that'll be another one that will be sending hats into orbit. So like I said, and then going down to number 6, kind of an OG in small tire stuff at Shadyside, but he'll be piloting a different car at King of the South than normal. It's got probably one of the rarest combinations you'll see that weekend, a screw blown Hemi. But Jeff Miller, y'all have heard that name. Jeff and Patrick running Bumblebee back in our radio days. Jeff will be down there in Junkie B, coming out on slicks. So we got one of our another one of our local guys, Brandon Shannon. He was down running no bill at 10.5 this past weekend at Ducks Race. But they're making some changes. I've been talking back and forth, Brandon. They're making a lot of changes to make that car, love truck, very, very front side now. So I know they're planning on being at Cash Days also. But if you see that car, if you see that truck pulling into the burnout box, the zoomies are level with your face. So be ready.
It's a bad ride.
It's awesome.
Another one of our supporters, Jay Thompson and crew, locked back in. So you've seen Jay down at Shadyside with the purple Mustang called Street Tees. Jay's got a whole new deal for this race. They are completing right now. So I know he's posted a few pictures and teasers of it. I don't want to let the whole cat out the bag, but Jay is coming with some a new vehicle to King of the South. So he might see it out testing a little earlier than that. So next, moving on, Austin Terrell. Austin had some hard luck last year. If y'all remember the blue Camaro that got into the wall, that was Austin. They're working on getting the car back together and getting it ready for this race. Him and his dad, awesome in the pro mod world, working on chassis and stuff like that. So getting that thing back together and getting it ready to rock. And now number 10 might be a name that has really popped up really big here in the pro mod scene recently, but also has one of the nastiest small tire cars that I cannot release yet. Mr. Peter Norton. Actually, I seen a picture of him. He's down there testing right now for World Series of Pro Mod. But if I told y'all the small tire car this guy had, I'd be giving away a little too much information. So we got to keep that on the down low. I got to let them drop that. So, but they showed me what car, and like I said, gangster. So, but 10 more guys. That puts us at that puts us on our list at 40. I'll have an updated one to post in on the Shadyside page tomorrow. So y'all can go over the 1 through 40, and we're almost close to finishing the reveal on this list. As soon as that reveal's done, we will get into our 2685, which we've had a lot of guys for Night of the South posting about it, but that class is fully locked. So we got 16 gangsters ready to battle from all across the United States. So, but we do have some more. Oh, God, feedback. We do have some more information on gate prices, camping, and everything, which I'm going to let Seth talk about that because I've been talking. You'd think my name was Sammy as much as I've been talking right now. So,
well, you get to rolling, and you really have built a good relationship with a lot of these drivers out on the road and stuff. So it's always nice to hear your input on these guys, man.
Oh, I will tell you, as much as I love my input, I'm so glad Rye's announcing because I would lose my voice that weekend.
Oh, I can't.
But I got to go back through here and find it. I didn't put it in the right thing. So here we go. So these are your gate and camping fees for the 9th annual Strange Engineering Ronnie Buff Memorial. And I'll let Seth go over all this good information.
Yeah, so not much has changed, guys. There's been a few increases here or there, but Wednesday, we'll just get right into it with early parking. I do this at the Gasser shows and at this one. This Wednesday, parking early, that's $100 on top of everything. And I call that the get in the way fee. That is, we're still down there cutting grass. We're still down there tying up loose ends. There's racers coming in. We're trying to get situated. We're laying lines out. So if you're going to come in on Wednesday and stop us from working, it's going to cost you $100. If you come in on Thursday morning, we'll have people at the gate. You won't have to worry about that 100. But if you come in before Thursday, it's $100 to get there early. I have no problem with that. I had a couple people do it last year. And once again, it's just the get in the way fee. It's a convenience for you to go down there and get the spots you want, and convenience comes with a price, and that's what that is. Camping fee is $100. It's $100 if you come in on Thursday. It's $100 if you come in Friday. It's $100 if you come in Saturday. It's $100 if you come in on Sunday. It's $100. It's not $100 a day. It's $100. So if you get there Thursday, you pay $100 to camp all weekend. If you get there Friday, $100 to camp all weekend. $100. Then you get into gate fees. Thursday, that's not going to be a testing tune this time. It was really on the verge of too much last year, but it worked out. If you missed it, you missed probably, in my opinion, what is a highlight of this race, because there were minivans in the lanes trying to test, and Ryan Martin and Kai Kelly are sitting in the lanes to test. And I thought it was awesome, but it's not something you can replicate. It's not something you could have happen again. It was really too much for a Thursday, but it was awesome. But this Thursday will be a paid test session. This is all Thursday and Friday will be paid test sessions for the racers of the weekend. Thursday, $20 to get in. Friday, same thing, paid test session, $20 to get in. Saturday, that's where we kick off some racing. That's where things get serious. It's $35. That is up $5 from last year, and Sunday is up $5 from last year. Now, what I did do for you guys that are hardcore that want to be there all weekend, we kept that weekend pass stuff down. So if you're coming for 4 days, that's $80. If you're coming for 3 days, that's $80. That's Friday through Sunday. The reason it's the same price and not up is, once again, if you're that hardcore where you're going to be there for 4 days, I think you deserve a little bit of break at the gate. Racers, obviously, they're paying to get in too. That gives you a break where you can come in 4 days. So $80 to be there all weekend. So I don't see the golf carts on there.
It's on the bottom. The ticker's got it blocked. But
okay, golf carts. It was 30 last year. It's going to be 40 this year. You'll get a band at the gate. If you are a racer, you will get one pit vehicle pass, so you don't have to worry about that.
And that's like for a actual legitimate push vehicle, like a golf cart, a smart car, side by side.
Right.
If it's a scooter, then me and Zach are taxing you on the scooters. It's $5 a scooter. Just pay me yours out.
Yeah. Before you own it, he'll jump off and break his ankle or something. So
yeah, and it's happened. We've seen it.
Yes, Jamie, that's where we'll start parking. I'll have some on the third level, which I'm expanding that third level a little bit. Don't look for major changes to our parking situation, but look for some. I'm planning on having a better plan for spectator parking. I'm planning on adding a few race car spots where we'll get trailers in a little easier. Me and Zach have already started working on that. But as far as the major shift, like you've seen the last couple of years, that's not going to be the case. You'll notice some improvements, but they're going to be subtle and very meaningful.
I got one question.
What's up, man?
How many handles of Captain Morgan will they go through in that weekend?
More than I probably want to. Man, I'm so glad y'all are coming back up, dude. It's been a while, so I can't wait to see you guys.
But we're still finishing up on the scheduling and the testing costs and all that, guys. Hopefully we'll have that probably ready to go by next week, and then I'll start making some mass posts about this, tagging everybody, getting it on the Shadyside page and everything like that. So we're really close to having every bit of information, flyer-wise, everything ready. So it'll all be in one big lump of information that, for the next few months, I will be destroying your Facebook with. So this is I'm gonna steal Seth's line. It's a big race at a small track. Small track doing big things. So just work with us on everything, guys, and it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, that's the thing I stress to people, and I had some people get a little aggravated last year when it got so full, especially people who are used to Shadyside on its normal days. Like, we've had some good crowds and we've had big races over the year, but this has definitely surpassed anything we've ever done. And I tell people, I'm like, man, this isn't what you're used to, but this is good. And I went over it with my staff all weekend. I told them, like, man, you're part of something that doesn't get to happen very often. Small tracks do not get stabs like this. To be on the national stage, and we've done great over the years. We've had some amazing races that got national recognition, but to the caliber of this, I mean, no. And I stress that to how fortunate we are to be able to host this. And once I explain that to a lot of people who get frustrated, they kind of get it. It's like, oh, you know what? It's not ZMAX. I didn't pay $80 for a single day pass. And you stopped me while I was picking up trash, Saturday or Sunday morning to tell me about it. Like, listen, dude, we're doing the best we can. We are bringing in extra staff. Our goal is to make sure that we run at full capacity and give you the best show that Shadyside can offer.
Yeah. We took notes from all the bad things and we're trying to build on it. So there should be some improvements.
Jamie, you don't have to bring that in, but if you do, we'll use it.
And guys, and we've got more information we'll be releasing. Like, when we say this is like a small track really to do something on a national level, there's stuff this year that a lot of y'all probably would never thought about with Shadyside, and this race is really, really going on a huge national level this year. So we encourage y'all to definitely be there every day you can, because you're going to be part of history that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I know we're getting close to an hour, but just to delve into some stuff, me and Red's talked about it. We've talked about it here a couple of times, but like, you can get lost a little bit and you can get comfortable, but Shadyside's been in a unique place to have some things that you didn't really know were that important until it's hindsight. Like, there was a photo thumping around with like Scotty Cannon, Quayne Stott, and Tommy Mooney like talking together. One of the races, and that kind of hits you as like, those guys will show up on a Thursday sometimes.
Yeah.
And they've raced there, and they've stood in front of that tower where if you win a race, that's where you're going to stand somewhere that there have been some bad drivers. And I didn't touch on it last week, but I seen Junior Hampton mentioned, we were going over some lists of the big names, but like the 10-5 world, which was this race was an ode to that. Shadyside was very, very involved in 10-5 racing when it started happening. It was very involved in pro mod racing, and it was very involved in 10-5. And to see some of the awesome guys that came through 10-5, I mean, Hill.
I literally just watched a video of Steve Kirk, Michael Hill, Tony Johnson, all those guys down there, and I'm like, wow,
dude, yeah.
Yeah, and you forget that sometimes. You get lost in that moment where you're just, and racing's bad for this, in my opinion, where we just keep looking ahead. We're focused on ahead. What's next? What's next? What's next? And then at some point, all that's gone, and you have to sit back and you go, shit, we didn't live in that moment. Like,
dude,
you didn't take it.
Yeah, if there's anybody here like that's newer to drag racing and doesn't know the history of Shadyside, just go on YouTube and type in 10-5, or you can type in there might be a King of the South video from the old 10-5 days, but it might be flooded with new stuff. So be careful with King of the South wording because it'll pull up the new stuff. But just type in 10-5 at Shadyside Dragway or something like that, and you'll get a ton of videos, and you'll be able to see how far the drag strips come just from there to here. And the names that was down here in those videos is crazy.
I need to put it up on a link on the page because me and Seth were talking about this last week while I was in the hospital when I called him to check and make sure I was good. But the drag racing media of the past on YouTube, if y'all haven't checked this out, you need to go check this out. They have a full video of pro mods back at Shadyside in July of 2002.
Yeah.
And it's one of the coolest old school videos. If y'all want to see how far this track has came.
It's crazy.
And seeing the times they are running and then seeing the turn.
Man, seeing that kind of stuff, because they were running 175, 178, 180 and making that turn. And it kind of like, it's like, God, dog, they were crazy.
I don't know how many people that's either going to be watching or listening to this remembers, but something that's always going to live in my memory when we talk about like stuff that's happened down there is like, some people might remember, some people might not. Shadyside was the very first track to ever have a 4.0 something second pass on a drag radial.
Yeah.
And it will always blow my mind. Jamie Hancock and those guys came up and did it. And I know there were some people that's always said bad about the turn, but it always stick in my mind, remembering looking back after I done like freaking ran to the 60 foot and everything. And Jamie's halfway through the turn and had to refire the car to finish making it up to the shutdown.
Yeah. That turn was a beast, dude. That turn was something else.
I'm still mad with all the times I came down there. I never took one of my cars up through it when y'all still had the turn. Never did.
Dude, it was a wild one. It banked up real high, like that.
Yeah, it was like a freaking round track.
Dude, it was like a round track that went uphill.
It goes from Shadyside to Daytona that quick.
I seen somebody, yeah, no kidding. I seen somebody comment, and I missed it till like it was too late. But somebody said we should do some more history dives and have just a session where we go through the eras, and talk about people and winners and whatnot. So, and that might be a good idea, especially for some of the slower times in the summer and whatnot.
And just, gosh, I mean, I still go back and look through a lot of the radial stuff when I first started coming down there and just looking at how it was then and then looking at things now. And it's just, a lot's progressed in 13 years.
Yeah, it's wild. I see. It's just funny. It's just the mentality of people. It's interesting to me sometimes. Like, I seen a guy comment not long ago about there was a video that Corey posted or something, and the guy said, "Haven't been there since the '80s. It doesn't look like it's changed at all." And I was like, "What the fuck?" What?
Brother, you're lying.
Dude, I've told y'all this 100 times, and I'll still tell you. The very first time I came down there and I pulled into that place, and I got down there and I looked around, and I was like, "What have I got myself into?" And then 13 years later, I'm still like, "Why did I get myself into this?"
That's crazy coming from somebody from West Virginia too.
No, I mean, it's just one of those, like, I'd never seen a track before in my life that had a turn like that in the shutdown. I was like,
Corey said he got there, he looked at his cousin, he said, "Honey, it's time to get back."
Hey now. But no, dude, that's something that always live in my mind because I always remember, I think it was Kevin and Blazer Dave and them were up there, and we were seeing which way the prep was better and all that. And I always remember they came out and they were a little worried, and they went up and that Blazer stood straight up on the damn bumper. And I was like, "Yeah, that works. That's what we need to be doing. That works." Well, I'll have to find it for next week too, which I don't think a lot of people remember the very first cash days when we did the summer one, and the little 280Z up on the bumper in the picture the guy has from behind the water box, and you see the whole crowd and that. Like,
that was the first cash days, and man, cash days really was the first one, and that was crazy. That race was awesome.
If y'all only knew the stress between us three before that race. We may have looked as calm as a cucumber, but I will always remember being on the phone and like telling Seth, I want to do a no prep race. Huh? Oh. What's going on, Corey? Congratulations again to y'all this weekend. Corey helps out too with Jason Bergstrom, them that won No Billet 10-5 this weekend.
Nice. Really, the no billet class.
Yeah. Now, Corey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all come up to Rockingham in a couple of weeks for No Billet 10-5. We got a Blue Nova coming for you, so be ready. Yeah, I like that class a lot. That was what my attention was on. I know they only had 7 for the first time, which it was a short notice still, but dude, those 7 cars put on a hell of a showdown at South Georgia. I think we're going to have to do a no billet 10-5 race with that rule set.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, it's headed in the direction that I like.
Which, I mean, dude, it was a bunch of cool. The final, which I know this ain't Shadyside related, but it was so nostalgic in a sense seeing the final, because you've got Jason Bergstrom, which if everybody doesn't know, that is Keith Sabo's old car, and you had Jason Borum racing. He was racing Jason Borum in the finals, which is Todd Berry's old twin turbo black Fox body Mustang that ran Radial versus the World. So you're looking at 2 cars that were really forefront right there in the heyday of like Radial versus the World and the slick tire versus radial tire revolution.
Yeah. And
they're meeting again on that same stage on 10-5 slicks on the most radial prep surface there is.
The thing for me, and like what I to watch it, I'll have to go back and watch it all. But to get on another tangent, the prep is like, once again, radio prep's great. It's cool to see cars doing what they can do to the best of their ability. It's just not sustainable. And then you run into a deal where I've seen people's seeing a fan going, it just sucks because I tune into this to see the fastest passes and you guys are all spinning. And I'm like, yeah, that's one of the downsides to radial racing. And I just don't know where it goes. I'm still a firm believer that had track prep not developed the way it did, I think the radial would still be out doing the slick on a regular prepped racetrack. And I'm really excited to see the slick coming back, and for Doug to have a slick class, I think speaks volumes to where people's heads are at.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it in a couple of weeks, going and seeing it. I wish I would have got to see it last week, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in a couple of weeks. And like I said, I really think, there's a lot of cars too that fit that rule set. And that's another race that can be had at not just those races and stuff. I think that rule set can help bloom up some more races and stuff. Oh, gosh. And I also like it that's still no time. I like that. I almost sent Barrett. I was going to pick on him a little bit, because I did see a lot of online chatter, which if anybody doesn't realize, when you have a monsoon the next day and then you've got sunlight and hot temperatures beating down on our racetrack, it can be a little rough. We've experienced it.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of guys that were talking. I was like, just holler for no billet 10-5 to the lanes. It'll be all right.
I told someone I was like at King of the South, I could count the amount of aborted passes I had on my hands.
Dude.
No.
I've never seen so many passes go down the track.
Yeah.
But what's going on, Chris Lane? See you, buddy. So I guess that's about it for this week. Like I said, I'll pull up the flyer for Footbrake Deal one more time for y'all. So, just give y'all a reminder. Like I said, this is a rain date, guys. It's a reschedule, but it's going to work out pretty good. You can't be mad. There's free money each day. So, like I said, I'll have it live for guys that want to watch it if you can't make it this weekend. So, like I said, time trials will be in picture, and then we'll go angle switching once we actually get into the rounds of racing. So,
Heck yeah.
and if you come up in the tower, there's a new Mr. Pibb Zeros that are out, zero sugar. Just bring one of those with you too. So, make sure Zach's got a bottle of water. Seth don't need nothing.
No, I'm fine. I run off of hate and dreams.
And if anybody's got any good food, we never turn it down. Also,
yeah, man, I think that lines it up, dude. I can't think of anything else we need to touch on. If we do, we'll get into it next week.
Oh, Chadwick, Mr. Alex Chadwick, you better be ready. Media signups are coming up soon for the big one. So, if anybody is watching this that is looking to do media for Ronnie Buff Memorial, I'll have it going here in about, well, next week is March. So, it'll be in March. So, look for it next week or the week after.
Heck yeah.
So, all right, guys. I think that wraps it up. And shoot, I'll see y'all on Friday.
See you guys.
Guys.
Right. Y'all have a good one.
Are you serious? Oh.